So, over the past little while, I have been noticing a lot more distrust showing up in the media, in the various protests that are going on, in the various counter protests that we seem to have in different places. I've seen a lot more angry speech coming from people that I didn't really expect it to come from in certain ways, particularly for Christians. Now, if you're not a Christian, there's things that I can't necessarily hold you against. There's an ethical framework that we as Christians have committed to upholding, believing that Jesus is our Lord and He commands us to do certain things, and we say that we're going to follow Him. So I'm not really talking to you right now, but for those of us who are Christians, I'm at a loss in a lot of ways. Because there's so much anger and hatred expressed by Christians towards other people, whether they're Christian or not, doesn't really matter. Jesus tells us to love everyone, including our enemies. So I don't get this. I honestly don't. I don't understand how someone that follows this ethic of following Jesus, this one who gave his life for us and asks us to do the same, asks us to give our lives for others. When he was asked by someone who their neighbor was, because they wanted to get around this requirement to love the neighbor as their self, Jesus said, it's the one that's hurting. That's the one that's your neighbor. Actually, he points out that sometimes those who are outsiders live as better neighbors than those of us who we consider to be insiders. And that's what I'm lamenting this week, and maybe a little frustrated with. There's a lot of distrust that's showing up in Christian circles, and a lot of anger and hatred, for lack of better terms. And these are not the things that we should be living in as Christians. We definitely should not be known for them.